Hey guys, Josh here and welcome to my top 10 Mass Effect moments. So these are not necessarily great or epic, most of them are. There are a couple of sad ones in there as well, but they're considered my top sort of memorable moments. So beginning at number 10, we have Kai Leng's death in Mass Effect 3. This for me was personally just an awesome moment of payback. It's a really cool interrupt, a renegade interrupt you can do, where you just finally get your own back on him basically for him fucking you up earlier in the game, for Fane, for just a really cool badass moment when he finally gets what's coming to him.
That was profane, you son of a bitch.
Number 9, we have in Mass Effect 1 Shepard becoming a Spectre. Mainly just because of the combination of music along with Anderson watching you and a feeling of, sort of the galaxy's out there now, you're becoming a Spectre and you're out to go and finally make your mark and try and stop Saren. It's a really cool scene.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this.
Number 8, we have the Mass Effect 2 Normandy Reborn scene. This is when finally you get a new Normandy after the first one is destroyed, sadly. It's a really cool scene because the music sort of harks back to Mass Effect 1. You sort of have a nostalgia for the original Normandy and the adventures you got on in it, but also sort of hope and excitement for a new Normandy and what you will do in it, and sort of it's such a new shiny one and bigger and better than the old one. It's sort of a real sort of looking forward, hopeful future scene.
I guess we'll have to give her a name. I'm sorry.
I'm not. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Number 7, we have Mass Effect 3, we have Morden's Sacrifice. Probably one of the most emotional scenes in the series, really. It's an excellent farewell for an amazing character who's completely redeemed his mistakes in the past. And I think his line, someone else might have got it wrong, is just even more powerful, knowing, he could have died in Mass Effect 2 and he would have been there. I think it's just a random Solarian if not. Just all that coming together is just probably, absolutely the most emotional scene in the series. Number 6, we have the Mass Effect 2 Shadow Broker reveal. Just the music in this is so badass. It's like combine that with seeing how powerful the Shadow Broker is, what he's capable of, what he knows, and seeing how far Liara has come, which she finally makes her stand against him. How far she's come since you first meet her in Mass Effect 1. It's a really cool scene.
Or a pet. How am I doing?
Number 5, we have Mass Effect 3, The Fleet Arrives. It's an excellent scene. It's like a culmination of all your efforts throughout the game to build up your forces and you finally take the fight to the Reapers. You know, you see all the ships from the different races coming in together, and it shows what you've built. And it's also an amazing chance to see how far your shepherd has come over the course of the trilogy, especially if you bring that character through from each game, seeing him starting in Mass Effect 1, going through, and then finally kind of leading this charge. It's just a really nice epic scene with excellent music and just a really cool massive space scene. Really good.
How's that big plan looking now?
Number 4, we have the Mass Effect 3 Citadel DLC. Now the whole DLC for me is just one great big thing with so many moments. Going from your crew fighting with you, funny moments like I should go.
Maybe it's I should go. I should go.
Shepard versus Shepard. But I think the best thing about the whole DLC is as cool as all that stuff is, you taking on a threat with your whole crew and all the nice jokes and references and stuff. That's so good. I think just the best thing about it is just the downtime. When the main story's finished and it's just time with your crew, you got the Silverstone Strip with just a really cool casino and arcades and club vibe to it, and you spend some time there with your crewmates, and then finally that party at the end. It's just everyone's really relaxed, everyone gets a bit drunk. It's just an amazing send-off to the crew you've built up over 3 games, and just the sort of final send-off to them all. It's just, I absolutely love it.
Captain on deck!
Has she always been like this?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
Coming at number 3, we have the Mass Effect 1 conversation with Sov knows what the Reapers really are. It's like a chilling, direct conversation between the hero and the villain. It does an amazing job of giving you the impression of what the Reapers kind of are in terms of like an immense unknown force. You can't really comprehend what really they are. They're just so sort of ahead of what you could possibly think. You don't know what their origin is, what their purpose, and they just seem so immense. They say lines like, "You exist because we allow it, you end because we demand it." It just sounds so ominous and so beyond your understanding of what you could comprehend. It's such a good scene. I think it outshines even later ones with Harbinger himself. I absolutely love this scene.
We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater.
Number 2, we have the Mass Effect 2 ending, the escape from the collector base. It's like a culmination of all the sort of building you've done throughout the game, building up your team for the suicide mission, all the sort of loyalty missions you've done to get them following you, the upgrades to the Normandy so it can survive. It's all coming together, and it's a really cool piece with some amazing music. Probably my best, my favourite music of the entire series is the music in this scene. You have a sort of chilling message from Harbinger as Shepard's kind of making his escape, or her escape. He's talking to you. You see the Collector General sort of getting released, and him sort of thinking, well, I've been used, I'm now getting discarded. There's nothing he can do about it. As the whole place just blows up, the music comes to a crescendo, and the Normandy escapes. It's just, everything comes together, and I absolutely love that scene.
Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
And finally, coming at number 1 is the Mass Effect 1 conversation with Vigil. For me personally, this scene, back when I played the game for the first time, was the first time I felt sort of true wonder of what the story of Mass Effect really was. It's this ancient planet, and you see all these statues of potential Protheans and all the pods you see, and you're wondering, what is all this about? And then you finally get this chance to ask this virtual intelligence everything you've wanted to know. You ask him what really the Reapers are doing. He tells you sort of events that are thousands of years ago they happened, and you get to ask him all this stuff, and it's so cool to finally sort of delve into what really is going on. He tells you about what the Reapers do in terms of their cycles, how they use the Citadel to sort of surprise the government, which they always kind of have placed there, because everything kind of goes on the lines they want to in terms of development, civilization. That's always the seat of government. So they take them out and they go from there and they just obliterate everything. And you kind of hear how this has been going on for potentially billions of years, again and again and again. And it's just a wonder of that, which really hit me hard and just absolutely made me fall in love with that game. Seeing, that, along with also how sort of some of the Protheans managed to hide and survive, and they managed to stop the signal which lets the Reapers come through, which is why you're in the current situation where Sovereign's trying to use Saren to get there, and you sort of how the Protheans kind of enabled Shepard his chance, or her chance, to maybe try and stop things going the way they have. It sets things up for the future of the whole trilogy at that point. There's a sense of, like I said, wonder, and it's truly, I don't think anything is any more impactful than that. And even when I go back and play it so many times later, it's still just as impactful.
Reliance on the Keepers ensures no other species will ever discover the Citadel's true nature. Not until the relay is activated and the Reapers invade.
Well, there you have it, guys. My top 10 Mass Effect moments. What are your top 10? Let me know what you think below. I'm probably going to do some other series similar to this. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.